Hi everyone, good morning. So today's What Sold video is going to be the items that sold across our three platforms, Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay between August 1st through August 7th of 2025. We're going to start with Mercari because we actually made a sale. We sold a Victoria's Secret bralette that was new with tags. I had gotten this for like, I think about $3, $4 at a consignment, big pop-up kids consignment sale. They had like a few adult items, so they had some bras that I purchased, and those have sold pretty well. This sold for $20 on Mercari, which is awesome because they don't have very high of a selling fee. So our total profit was $13.47 on Mercari this month. Poshmark, like I've mentioned before, they don't really let me open these in new tabs anymore, which is super frustrating. So I'll just kind of go over them here on this screen. This was a bundle of two Halloween themed shirts. One was from the actual movie Halloween, and the other one was a Scream t-shirt, and they sold in a bundle for $23. Next was a pair of American Eagle shorts that I had just listed. These were an older style, but I mean, they're jean shorts, so for the most part, I mean, they don't really change that much in overall look, I guess. They were cuffed and distressed and low rise. I made sure to mention all of that. And they sold for $15 about 2 days, maybe at the most, after I listed them. Next was a pair of Talbot's jeans and a pair of cut from the cloth jeans. Both of them were skinny style and a size 16, and they sold in a bundle for $35. I feel super silly because I was sending people that had bundles with me 20% off, and I was going and doing the calculations for all of it myself. And then I realized that I guess because Poshmark must take 20%, is that what it is, as a fee? If you have a bundle, if someone has a bundle or you share things to like their bundle, then the total at the bottom will say this bundle is priced at however many dollars, like $100. And then it says you will earn 80 because it's already taken off that 20%. So then I realized, oh wow, it's kind of already doing the math for me. So then I would just go to put things in people's bundles or go to a bundle people had already set up. I would look at that little price at the bottom and see what it said I would make, and that's the offer I would send out. Uh, I don't even know if it helped. I don't feel like we made very many sales this first week. I mean, more than, let's say, the beginning of the summer, I guess. But overall, not very many high priced items, I guess. We sold a whole lot last week. And so I guess I was just expecting a little bit more. Where's July? I was expecting a little bit more. Yeah, we sold like a ton. We basically made, kind of a spoiler, the profit we made all across all three platforms this week was like $1 less than what we made on just eBay last week. So a little frustrating, especially since I had sales going, but maybe it's just people needing to use their back to school money on other items. Maybe it's them having other bills to pay for. Maybe they've kind of spent most of their summer funds. I don't know, but hopefully it'll pick up soon. This is, I consider, kind of the last month of summer. So maybe it'll pick back up in September. And we sold a pair of Judy blue jeans. I can usually get about 25 to 30 for these, so I was pretty happy with that. And lastly was these cycling shorts, bicycling they were padded in like the crotch and bottom area, and they sold on an offer from a watcher for $13. Our total profit on Poshmark was $67.10. And now I'll go to eBay. eBay, we sold 4 items. Well, we sold 5, but unfortunately, there was some like weird glitch where a pair of jeans that had actually already sold on Poshmark like a year before, and I don't know why Flip did not remove it from eBay. So luckily, the buyer was very understanding. I did offer, he bought them for $15, and I offered if he wanted to find an item worth 25 in its place, I would send it out. But he said he appreciated the offer. He said it was a tempting offer, but that he just didn't see anything really in his size and style. So I went ahead and canceled it. And I did phrase it in a, or would you rather cancel this? And I will send you a cancellation request. And then I was able to select that the buyer wanted the cancellation. So I really hated doing that. There are some times where cross posting can kind of bite you like that. But so yeah. So other than that pair of jeans, we had four other sales. One of them being this Carol nightgown coat, kind of house coat. And it was part of the like 20 or 30% off sale we were running. Like I had mentioned before, anything older than a certain amount of days, I did 30% off. And then anything that was newer up until that point, 20% off. And so this was one of those items, and it sold for $28. Then this pair of Ann Taylor pants, we have two of these. One was had like a little bit of surface area, kind of dirt, a little dingy, and just probably like it might have dropped or something at the Goodwill on the floor. But I did list that, and I didn't want to wash it just because it was new with tags, but it still sold for $24. Next is a pair of Torrid boyfriend jeans. They sold for 21. And lastly, this is like pretty old. I not on eBay. I mean, yeah, it's been on there for a while, but this was something that I think was given to me like when I was in high school or something. It's Betsyville by Betsy Johnson, a little like makeup bag, cosmetic case, sold for 17.50, which brought our total profit on eBay to 58.66 and our total overall profit for the first week of August to $139.23. So not huge, but I'll take 100 and almost $140 over not $140. And hopefully you will be able to see a little bit behind me. We've been working very hard to get our workroom clean, and we've cleared out like more shelving and everything behind me so that I can get all of these things that are posted on Poshmark cross posted to eBay and Mercari, which will hopefully result in more sales. And we are now just under 4 weeks until we are scheduled to have baby. So I'm also trying to kind of pick up the pace in my listing and my photographing so that I will have pictures that I can take or that I can list while I'm in the hospital and once I get home from the hospital. Again, fingers crossed that everything works out well. But I hope your sales are going very well. And like I said, we just have to kind of grit our teeth and get through this last month of summer. And then hopefully the fall will start picking up and we'll have heavier items like boots and coats and wool items that are worth a little more that we will hopefully make some more money on if all goes well. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.